So, a wonderful and energetic evening to everyone present over here. I am Atharva Tapadia, and on behalf of Vikasa team, it gives me immense pleasure and joy to welcome you all to the Gyan Yagna Series 2, Chapter 2, TDSTCS Procedures and Tech Integration. Gyan Yagna is not just a series of seminars, but a way to learn from those who have walked through there in this path, faced the challenges, and then mastered the subject. Not only to clear it, but to build a strong foundation over which stands the trust of billions of people. In minds that burn with silent fire, Gyan Yagna fuels a very bold desire. After completion of first part where we understood the fundamentals, here we are, not just to attend a session, but to ignite that spark within us. Today's session will take us deep into the domain that governs our daily business life and yet leaves many of us with questions. The dynamic world of TDS, TCS, and tech integration. But before we begin with the same, I would like to request the team to play the ICAI motto song.
य एष सुप्तेषु जागृति य एष सुप्तेषु जागृति कामं 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 कामपुरुषो पुरुषो निर्विमाणः निर्विमाणः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्मा तद्ब्रह्मा तदेवामृतमुच्यते तस्मिन् लोकः शतः सर्वे तदूनात्यपि कश्चन एतद्वैता 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 एतद्वैता.
Thank you so much, everyone. Now I would like to request our chairperson of WIRC of ICI, Ketan Sayya sir, to address our beloved audience.
Thank you. Thank you so much. But let me request Jitendra sir first to address. Thereafter, I will.
Thank you so much, sir. Chairman of the biggest region of the country, the most humble as well as the most hardworking, because I have seen him very closely. Like he's running through various meetings on and off entire day without say expressing his exhaustion. So thank you so much, sir, for gracing the occasion and accepting our invite. We have a speaker amongst us who belongs to my hometown, which is Nagpur, C. Himanshu Chodia ji, coordinator of this session, Atharva, Yojan, who is present here, and Fenil sir, I think virtually he's here. I don't know whether he's here or not, but I see him here. So Fenil sir, who is the treasurer of WRC, and all my dear students, a warm welcome to you all. We have this series of Gyan Yagna. The basic purpose was to reach to every nook and corners, and there should not be any barrier when it comes to knowledge sharing. So started with the series, and this is the second in the entire series of Gyan Yagna. First we did on finance, and this time it is on TDSTCS. And when it comes to TDSTCS, how can I forget Himanshu? Himanshu ji is running a venture, which is one of the, say, booming startup at Nagpur. And he caters to various, I think, n number of PSUs as well as companies when it comes to TDS and TCS filings. And today's session is the app session when it comes to technological upgrade and integration. So a warm welcome once again to Himanshu ji, and thank you so much for accepting our invitation on a very shorter notice. Also wish to highlight this, that today he had a physical session prior to this session at Nagpur branch itself, and he also got confused at 2 sessions in a day. But despite all this, he's still here. smiling amongst us. So thank you once again, Himanshu ji, for accepting our invitation, and looking forward to have a wonderful, wonderful interaction with you during the session. I'll be there for the entire session today. Over to you, Atharva.
Thank you so much, sir, for such kind words. Now I would like to request Ketan sir to please address our audience.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Atharva. The Vikasa chairperson, Jitendra Bhai from Nagpur, today's worthy speaker, Himanshu Bhai. Fenil, of course, I am understanding it is note taker, so he is physically not there. The way it is mentioned in the name, Yojan, one of our Vikasa teammate. I think wonderful series, Gyan Ganga. So my compliment to the Vikasa team led by Jitendra Bhai, Fenil, and all of the Vikasa members who are working very, very hard for the entire structuring and creating the awareness about the program. And I'm sure this kind of program will be very, very useful. It is very important to be remain updated in the today's time. The taxations are undergoing a change. If we see, the direct tax itself is coming new, and obviously the impact will be there on the TDS as well. Yesterday we heard the Anand Jain, the speaker from Jalgaon, who mentioned that almost 60% of our tax collections are through TDSTCS, and I think that is very, very important point to be noted. That the way the collections of income tax is growing through TDSTCS, n number of new items are added. So somebody in the afternoon was asking me that I want to give some gift to the NRI and I want to remit some amount. And instantly my son Hardik was around and he says, just tell him that TCS, TDS will be applicable. So, there are so many changes, and I thought that I am not updated, and I thought that I should go back and listen to the recording of TDS lecture to get updated about the newer changes which have come in the last couple of years. So, having working in the council, the biggest challenge is to remain ourselves updated, and then unless we are able to attend the whole program, we are also not updated. So I think a fantastic move to educate the student about TDS TCS. We are the season is ahead, and we are moving towards the Q4 end, filing of all return on last due date is 15th, and I think further audits will start, and we as an auditor will also check the compliance in TDS TCS is being done in the last year or not. So my compliments to the Vikasa team, and thanking the Himanshu Bhai for sparing his valuable time for Vikasa WIRC. And I think there are a lot plans stored in Vikasa. If you're not attached with the Insta of Vikasa, please stay attached with the Vikasa Insta. You will get to know about instant updates about the Vikasa future programs. So requesting all the students to spread a word for the Vikasa Insta and join them, Vikasa Insta of WIRC of Vikasa. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ketan sir, for your wonderful experience and kind words. So without wasting any moment, let's move ahead. I am honored to introduce CA Himanshu Kotia sir, a distinguished chartered accountant and a visionary entrepreneur. He is the founder and director of Figment Global Solutions Private Limited, a pioneer fintech company dedicated to streamlining TDS and GST compliances for businesses across India. With over 11 plus years of industry experience, CA Himanshu sir has developed and launched more than 20 innovative products, empowering more than 500 organizations, including major PSU banks and top corporates, to navigate complex compliance challenges with confidence. His academic brilliance is no less. He is an All India rank holder in both CA and CS professional examinations and a gold medalist in BCom over the Nagpur University. Not only this, but he has consistently performed academically well in all the journeys of his life. Under his leadership, Pigment Global has earned a reputation for innovation, reliability, and the most important, client satisfaction through transforming compliances and technology. More than just a profession, CA Himanshu is a thoughtful leader whose journey continues to inspire as a generation of finance and tech professionals. with his immense knowledge and expertise in the field of TDS and TCS. He is the best person to guide us towards a wonderful practical exposure. Now, I would like to request Jitendra sir to continue further.
So thank you so much, Atharva. Himanshuji, I'll request you to please start the presentation and take we students. I include myself in students. Ketan sir is there, but under his able guidance, we are all functioning. So I consider myself as a student of
No,
this
no,
project.
I gave an example of me also being student because I am also not updated with the things which have changed.
Yeah. So I think Himanshuji will be enlightened with your session. Kindly take us forward, please.
So, good evening, everyone. So, thank you so much, first of all, WRC team. Mostly Ketan sir, then Atharva, and my lovable Jitendra sir. So, I thank you so much for inviting me as a speaker. So, I will just quickly start about my presentation regarding the TDS TCS compliances and the various tech integrations that the student should know before doing for the TDS and TCS compliances. So, let me share my screen. Sir, my screen is visible. Okay. So I will just give you the step-by-step guide for filing of forms and the digital tools that was available for the TDS and TCS procedure, right? So I think the basics of the TDS and TCS you have already covered in the last session. So then also to start the session, to just get familiar with the TDS and TCS as some new students have also joined. So I'm just giving in a brief view, what is the TDS, what is the TCS, what is the legal backing. In just 2 3 minutes, I'm just taking this slide. So TDS is the tax deducted at source. So what is the TDS and why it is? So TDS is a method of collecting the income tax whereby the portion of the payment is withheld by the payer and remitted to the government, right? So I'm just giving you the example. Suppose for the students, I'm just giving the example that your father is having some business or they are the salaried employee. So whenever they are receiving the income, or even you students also have some FDs in the bank account also, right? So if you are having the FDs on the bank account, or if your father is getting the salary, so at the time of giving the payment of the salary or giving the income to the business person or getting the interest from the bank, so what bank is doing, what the salaried employer are doing, they're deducting the tax before giving the remittance. So why they're deducting the TDS? They are deducting the TDS because for running the, if suppose what I'm giving the example, for running the family, you need the funds every month, right? Every month you want the fund because you want the a lot of things like that you want the expenditure for the आपको किराना लाना है या whatever it may be. So regular expenditure you are having, for that regular expenditure you want the funds. So that's why what income tax department is doing, they are saying you just give us the payment, whatever income you are receiving, just give us some portion of that in the form of the TDS to us, so that we can हम लोग हमारा जो regular expenditure है, we can plan. So that's why on income portion, whatever you are receiving like salary, interest, professional fees, on that the TDS has been deducted at the time of payment, right? So this is the basics of the TDS, because government want some income, and they also want to minimize the tax evasion, because if you are getting the some income, that will be reported to the income tax department and they can track whether you have paid the taxes on that particular income or not. So this is all about the TDS. TDS is governed by the Income Tax Act, and TCS is the tax collected at source. Tax collected at source is basically if you are selling some scrap item or something at the time of the sales from the buyer, they are recovering the TCS because these are the very petty items. So on that, normally the taxation accounting is not been done properly. So that's why they've introduced the TCS also. So one is the TDS that has been deducted by the you can say the payer, and they are remitting the same to the government. And same is the TCS. At the time of the collecting of the income, they are collecting the TCS. It is applicable on the scrap sales and others. And for the for foreign remittances also, it is mainly applicable. So this is the legal backing, and this is the simple way out why we are what is the TDS, right? Now, understand the TDS and TCS. I think in the last session you have understood about the TDS sections. So under the TDS, there are the different sections. Section 192, that is for the salary, up to 195. A lot of sections are there. So all these sections most probably it isn't covered in the last session. So under different sections, there the TDS liabilities has been defined. Like for 192, TDS on salaries, how to deduct the TDS on salary. Section 194C, how to deduct the TDS on the contractual payment. 194J, how to deduct the TDS on the professionals. And likewise, the section 195, up to 195, you can say, there are the many of the TDS sections are there. For each and every income, they have defined the different sections. So you have to understand before filing of return, what are the TDS section and what are the important categories, right? Like salary, contractual, professional, and under which head the TDS needs to be deducted, and at what amount and up to what amount the TDS is not applicable, right? This is about the TDS. And similarly for the TCS also, there are the different section, including 206C one two various sections are there, which includes for the scrap, liquor sales. So this is ensures the compliance in the sales activity. So there are the different sections, the TCS also. So you should be familiar with all the sections of the TDS and the TCS. And every year, the income tax department is coming with the latest amendments for the various of the TDS section. In this year also, in the last finance year 2025, they have come with the various types of amendments in the various sections. So these are the three things. First, you need to understand all the sections of the TDS. You need to understand all the sections of the TCS, and you need to be updated with the TDS sections. So this is the basics that you should know before starting the compliance of the TDS, right? So I'm just quickly moving toward the TDS and TCS returns, right? So if you say about the TDS return, so first of all, whatever TDS you are deducting in the last month, you have to remit that TDS before the 7th of the next month. For example, you have deducted the TDS in the month of May for the various transaction, then the liability of remittance of the TDS is the 7th of June, right? So liability payment, whatever TDS you have deducted is the monthly periodicity. And whatever TDS returns that you have to file is the quarterly return. So whatever TDS you have deducted in the 3 months, you have to file the returns of that thing before the due date. So I'm just quickly giving you the overview. What is the type of the returns and what is the due date? So for the quarter one, suppose April to June, the due date of the TDS is the 31st of July. And for the TCS return, it is the 15th July. So you can say whenever the quarter ends, then the last month of the next month after the quarter end, that will be the due date of the TDS, and next month 15th will be the TCS due date, right? For the quarter two, likewise, July to September, the TDS due date is 31st of October and TCS due date is the 15th October. Likewise, quarter three, same is the due date, 31st January and 15th January for the TCS. So it is specifically different for the quarter four, because in the quarter four, lot many transactions are there. So income tax department has given us some additional time for the filing of the TDS return and the TCS return. So for the quarter four, Jan to March, the TDS due date is the 31st of May, and for the TCS, the due date is the 15th of May. So this is the periodicity of the different types of the return. There are the four types of the return that is basically covered. One is the 24Q, which is for the TDS deducted on the salaries. One is the 26Q for the non-salary return, but it is for the domestic transactions only. One is the 27Q, that is for the non-resident return. And one is the 27EQ, that is for the TCS return. So these are the four types of the return for which this different periodicity will apply. Now question arises, why we need to file the return and what are the penalties are there in the if we are not filing the TDS return on the particular periodicity, right? If we are not filing the returns before the due date, then the 200 rupees penalty is there under section 234E. If we are not deducting the compliances of the TDS regulation, then the penalties ranges from 10,000 rupees to 1 lakh. If suppose we are not deducting the TDS, so for the non-deduction of the TDS, we have the interest penalty of the 1% per month. Non-deduction or the late deduction, for you can say for the late deduction, if suppose you are supposed to deduct the TDS on the month of May and you have deducted in the month of June, then the 1% per month penalty will be there. And interest for the non-payment, of the TDS, it is 1.5% per month. Here is the more critical thing. I'm just telling you, if suppose the May month is there, May 2025, The due date is the 7th of June, right? But you have made the remittance on the 8th of June, right? So what will be the interest on non-payment of the TDS? So what the law is saying, the date of the deduction, if you have remitted the 1 day delay also, then will the 3% liability is there. Why 3%? Part of the month is of the June. You have made the late remittance. You're supposed to make this remittance on 7th of June. You have made on the June. As a part of the month is considered, there is a 1 month, that is 1.5% for the June month, and the TDS, in which month the TDS is deducted, for that month also the interest is levied. So for the 1 day delay also, you are supposed to incur the 3% penalty for the interest for the non-payment of the TDS. So this is very crucial. For the month on which the TDS deducted, for that also the interest penalty is there, and for the month in which the delay has been done, for that also the penalty is there. So for the 1 month, 1 day delay also, the 3% penalty will be there for the interest on the non-payment of TDS. So this is the fact I'm just telling you. Now, suppose we want to prepare the TDS return, right? So this is the essential information checklist that you must have before going forward for the filing of the TDS return. So every organization must have the TAN number, right? Like you are having the PAN number, right? Every student is having their PAN number. Likewise, and you are making filing the return under the PAN number. But if the organization is there and they are deducting the TDS for that person, for that thing, income tax department has come with the TAN number. There is a tax deduction and collection account number. So every organization must have the TAN number for the filing of the TDS return. Second thing, you must know nature of payment on which you have deducted the TDS and the amount of the TDS that you have deducted. You have to understand at what rate the TDS has been deducted, and you must have the deducted detail. जिनका आपने TDS deduct किया है, उनका PAN number, their date of transaction, उनका कितने amount पे TDS deduct किया, under which section, and amount of the TDS. So these are the basic information you must have. This is the essential information checklist. You must have the TAN number. You must have the deductee details. Deductee, there are the two types of the person. One is the deductor who is deducting the TDS. Second one is the deductee जिनका हम TDS deduct कर रहे हैं. So these are the information that must be available with you for the purpose of filing of TDS return, right? Now, what is the, अब हमको TDS deduction के steps देखना है. What is the TDS deduction steps, right? So before going for that thing, I am just showcasing you how you can prepare the TDS return, right? अभी आपके पास ये information checklist थी. You must having all this information. ये this information is readily available with you. Now you are planning to file the TDS return, right? So there are the different type of the methodologies through which you can prepare the TDS return. First methodology is that you can go onto the NSDL site. NSDL site name is the protein site, right? Under that protein site, you must go, you must download the return preparation utility that has been given by the income tax department. I am again saying you, return preparation utility. I am just showcasing you the protein site under which you are supposed to go, right? I'm just stopping this screen. I'm just sharing you the direct screen of the protein site where you can go and download the return preparation utility provided by the income tax department for the purpose of filing of TDS return. I am sharing another screen. So this is the website. You just, if anyone want to return, they can return www.protein-tinpan.com/services ETDS I'm just putting on this chatbot also so that you can have, and I'm sharing my this PPT also. In that also the information is available. So that what you can do, you just go on this portal. This is the NSDL portal, which was renamed as the protein, right? If you go on this link, you will see there are the lot of the things has been written here. I'm just scrolling down upward. ETDSTCS, right? If you scroll down, there are the two type of the things that you must know. One is the ETDS and one is the ETCS. Now, just go down, go down. There is a one file validation utility, right? This is the file validation utility. So you must download the two type of the utility from the portal. One is the file validation utility, right? So you must go here. You just see here FU version 9.1 applicable for the ETDS TCS statement from financial year 10-11 onwards. So you have to download this file validation utility, right? Second thing is that this is the only file validation utility. It is not return preparation utility. Income tax department is accepting the FU file generated from this portal. So when you want to prepare the TDS return, you have to download one more utility. That is the RPU. If you just go scroll down, here is the, you can see protein formerly NSGL providing the return preparation utility. So you just see RPU for the quarterly return. So there are the two type of the utilities. Then anyone can for preparation of the TDS return you have to download. One is the RPU, that is the return preparation utility, right? Just go and download version 5.6. If you see there is a version name is mentioned 5.6, 5.7. So every quarter, one or two time income tax department is changing the utility. So every time when you are preparing the return, you must download the latest RPU version and latest FU version. So first of all, you have to download the RPU. That is the return preparation utility. Just click here, download RPU version 5.6. If you want to understand the tutorial, you can download the tutorial also, right? So this is the two utilities that you have to download. From RPU utility, I'm just showcasing you how it look like and what type of the information it want for the preparation of the TDS return. So this is the first type of the mechanism through which you can prepare the TDS return, right? Apart from that, there are the many technical softwares or many AI tools and many TDS softwares are also available in the market through which you can prepare the TDS return. So there are the many softwares like Computex, Clear TDS, Tax CPC. There are the various type of the softwares that was available in the market that also you can use. That is these softwares are much more user friendly than this government utility. And in this government utility, there is a one concern is there. When you file the return and when you prepare the return, it will not showcase you the default, right? Default, what type of the default? Suppose if your PAN number is wrong in the TDS return, then TDS needs to be deducted at the rate of the 20%. But suppose you have not validated that PAN number, how you can ascertain that PAN number is right or wrong? So once you upload the return, income tax department will process that data and give you the default notice. They can issue the notice to you that you have deducted the TDS on the short rate. If the PAN number is wrong, you are supposed to deduct the TDS at the 20%, you have deducted at the rate of the 10%. So that notices will be served on you. So this RPU utility will not validate all these things. Once you prepare the return, that return will be submitted to the income tax department. Income tax department, on behalf of the income tax department, there is a one portal called as Traces. TRACES, which was managed by the Infosys on behalf of the income tax department. That return that you have submitted the return, that return will process by the Traces portal, and whatever defaults are there in your TDS return, they are issuing the notices to you. Now I am just showcasing you the RPU preparation utility. 1 minute. So this RPU I have downloaded. So there is a one TDS standalone 9.1 jar. This is the FU version, I think so. So if you download, it will tell you that you want the Java RPU installation and all these things. Once you click OK, this is visible, that RPU utility is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Okay. So this is the income tax utility from which you are supposed to prepare the return. Now,
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
हिमांशु भाई आपकी आवाज थोड़ी सी कम हो गई थी. Your voice was a little lower, but now it's better. So you can
It's
continue.
better. Okay, okay, okay.
I think your
So
screen sharing has stopped. Now it is coming. Yeah,
now this is
okay.
better. Yeah. So this is the return preparation utility of the income tax department. Now it is a free of cost available to anyone. Anyone can download this utility from the portal from which I have told you. So just go there. select the type of form. Suppose you want to prepare the 26Q return for the vendor payments that has been done by the any organization. Just select the 26Q. There are the two types of the return that can be prepared. One is the regular return, one is the correction return. For the correction return purpose, I will take the separately. Now I am preparing the regular return, right? So just click on the regular, click on the continue. As soon as you click on the continue, it will have the three types of the tab. You can see on the upward. One is the form, one is the challan, and one is the annexure 1 deductive details, right? Now, in this form, you have to put the PAN account deduction number. What is your PAN number of your organization? You have to put the PAN number of the organization. You have to put the financial year. Now, financial year 25-26 is not open. Please select the quarter. For the quarter ending Q4, we are planning to prepare the return. Quarter ended, PAN number, financial year. Then this all the details is the basic information about the company. It contains first part is the particular of the statement, that is your TAN number and your name. Then this is the name of the deductor, what is your company name and whatever things are there that you need to mention all these things. This is the asterisk mark field is there, that is mandatory. Other fields are non mandatory, right? So you have to fill this particular and this is the basic information only. आपका नाम क्या, आपका एड्रेस क्या है, that information you have to fill. देन थर्ड डिटेल इज आपकी कंपनी में कौन रिस्पॉन्सिबल पर्सन है इस टीडीएस डिडक्शन को देखने के लिए, तो उसका भी आपको डिटेल डालना पड़ेगा. फर्स्ट डिटेल इज द कंपनी का टैन नंबर, सेकंड डिटेल इज द कंपनी की एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव डिटेल्स, उसका नाम, अता पता, ईमेल. थर्ड डिटेल इज द पर्सन रिस्पॉन्सिबल, जो कंपनी में आपके पर्सन रिस्पॉन्सिबल है उसका पैन नंबर वगैरह आपको सब डालना पड़ेगा. तो ये डालने के बाद में आप मूव कर सकते हैं सेकंड टैब पे, जहां पे है चालान टैब. अब चालान टैब का मतलब क्या होता है, सपोज करके अब मैं यहाँ पे एक एड रो कर दूं. यहाँ पे आप देखेंगे तीन प्रकार की फाइल, क्रिएट, सेव फाइल, एड रोज एंड डिलीट रो. नाउ आई एम जस्ट एडिंग वन रो. आपको कितने चालान की डिटेल डालना है, जैसे आप एक क्वार्टर में बोलेंगे तो मल्टीपल चालान हो सकते हैं आपके, जैसे कभी मैं एक ही चालान पे किया मैंने एक क्वार्टर में, फोर्थ क्वार्टर में. तो यहाँ पे आपको जानना है, यहाँ पे आपका टीडीएस कितना आप डाल दीजिए. आपने 50,000 रुपए का टीडीएस भरा है, सरचार्ज, एजुकेशन सेस, इंटरेस्ट अगर कुछ है, पेनाल्टी है, जो भी आपने अगर भरा है वो आप डाल दीजिए. आपका यहाँ पे बेसिक इन्फॉर्मेशन रहती है चालान का अमाउंट. सेकंड इन्फॉर्मेशन है बीएसआर कोड. आपने जो बैंक से पेमेंट किया है वो चालान के ऊपर एक बीएसआर कोड आता है. कौन सी तारीख को आपने पेमेंट किया है, आपने पेमेंट किया सपोज करके 31 मार्च 2025. यहाँ पे कैलेंडर रहता है, कैलेंडर से भी ले सकते हैं हम लोग. यहाँ पे आपको डेट डालना है. डेट डालने के बाद यहाँ पे आपको चालान का सीरियल नंबर डालना है. चालान का सीरियल नंबर चालान के ऊपर लिखा रहता है. इस टाइप से आपका डिटेल बन जाएगा, राइट. और आपने कौन से, ये सब में नॉन मैंडेटरी फील्ड है, अगर आप नहीं भी सिलेक्ट करेंगे तो चलेगा. आपको चार चीजें डालना मैंडेटरी है: चालान का बीएसआर कोड, चालान का अमाउंट, चालान का सीरियल नंबर, राइट. सो दिस आर द फोर इंफॉर्मेशन दैट इज मैंडेटरी नीड्स टू बी फाइल्ड बाय एनी ऑफ द डिडक्टिव. और डेट ऑफ चालान, राइट. फोर थिंग: चालान नंबर, चालान बीएसआर कोड, चालान का डेट ऑफ चालान, एंड डेट ऑफ चालान के अलावा यहाँ पे डेट भी डाल देते हैं एक बार. हमने डाला है मंथ, डाल देते हैं हम लोग 31 मार्च को हमने पेमेंट किया है, राइट. और ये आपको आपका चालान ऐड हो गया. अब आपने 50,000 रुपए का चालान का पेमेंट किया है, राइट. जो भी आपने पेमेंट किया 50,000 का चालान पेमेंट किया. अभी 50,000 चालान के पेमेंट के लिए आपने कितने डिडक्टिव का पेमेंट किया है, तो आपको यहाँ पे इंसर्ट रो करना पड़ेगा. चालान आपके पास एक अवेलेबल है, उसके अंदर कितने डिडक्टिव का आपने पेमेंट किया आपको यहाँ लिखना पड़ेगा. मैंने ये एक चालान 50,000 रुपए का चालान था, 50,000 रुपीज चालान इज देयर, अंडर विच वी हैव रेमिटेड 4%. अगर मैं 2% लिखता हूँ, फॉर एग्जाम्पल 2% डिडक्टिव है मेड पेमेंट, तो यहाँ पे चालान की इन्फॉर्मेशन आ जाएंगी. आपने कौन से सेक्शन में उनको पेमेंट किया है, 194A हम लिख देते, एक लिख देते 194H जो कि ब्रोकरेज का हुआ. आपने ये चालान के अंदर पेमेंट किया है. वन मोर थिंग आई एम जस्ट वांट टू अपडेट यू, चालान पेमेंट पहले सेक्शन वाइज करना मैंडेटरी था. आप कौन से सेक्शन का पेमेंट कौन से चालान में कर रहे, दैट इज मैंडेटरी. राइट नाउ इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट हैज रिमूव दैट थिंग. आप सारे चालान का पेमेंट एक ही सेक्शन में कोई भी कर दीजिए, चालान का रिलेवेंस नहीं है. जब आप डिडक्टिव की अनेक्शन 1 की डिटेल डालेंगे तब वहां पे आपको सेक्शन डालना पड़ेगा. एट द टाइम, अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग, एट द टाइम ऑफ द चालान रेमिटेंस, जब आप चालान का पेमेंट कर रहे हैं उस समय कोई भी सेक्शन के अंदर में आप चालान पेमेंट कर सकते हैं. देर इज अ नो मैंडेटरी रिक्वायरमेंट टू पुट द सेक्शन वाइज चालान. एंड एट द टाइम ऑफ प्रिपरेशन ऑफ अनेक्शर 1, जब आप टीडीएस रिटर्न डालते हैं जहां पे डिडक्टिव की डिटेल यू आर फीडिंग, एट दैट मोमेंट यू हैव टू पुट द सेक्शन एंड यू कैन अलोकेट द वन सिंगल चालान दैट यू हैव पेड अंडर एनी सेक्शन. यू कैन अलोकेट दैट चालान, राइट. आई होप इट इज अंडरस्टूड. यहाँ पे आपने चालान सेक्शन डाल दिया. सेक्शन डालने के बाद आपको पेन नंबर डालना है. आपने कौन से पेन नंबर में वो डिडक्टिव को पेमेंट किया है, जैसे मैंने मेरा पेन नंबर डाल दिया.
हेलो
Hi, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sorry to interrupt you, but yeah, I think the screen is frozen from your side.
The
The
screen
students
is
are not able
frozen.
to see the screen.
1 minute, 1 minute. Now visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible now. Thank you so much.
Yes. So this is the annexure detail. I have to just put the PAN of the deductee. आपका चालान डिटेल यहाँ पे आ गया. Then you have to put the PAN number of deductee. Let me see here. 92058. Right? These two PAN numbers I have written. यहाँ पे आप डिडक्टी का नाम लिखेंगे. मैंने हिमांशु लिख दिया. देन सेकंड लिख दिया फिगमेंट. आपने किस तारीख को पेमेंट किया था वो तारीख लिखना है. कितना अमाउंट आपने पे किया उनको ही लिखना है. सेक्शन आपने ऑलरेडी डाल चुके हैं यहाँ पे. कौन से सेक्शन में आपको पेमेंट करना था. राइट. So these are the two things. One is the form, second is the चालान, third one is the annexure. ये तीनों चीजें प्रिपेयर करने के बाद आप यहाँ पे ये फाइल को सेव का बटन है, सेव कर सकते हैं या तो क्रिएट फाइल कर सकते हैं. जैसे ही आप क्रिएट फाइल क्लिक करेंगे एक टेक्स्ट फाइल जनरेट होंगी. अगर फाइल में कुछ एरर नहीं होगा, अगर एरर होगा तो आपको बता देगा एप्लीकेशन वेयर इज द एरर इज देयर, यू हैव टू रेक्टिफाई दैट एरर. If there is a no error, you can create the file. One .txt file will be created, right? So from this you are able to prepare the .txt file. From here you are not able to prepare the fu file. There is a need to upload the .fu file. .fu file is the encrypted file only. ये जो आपने डेटा दिया है वो txt में आएगा पहले. ये डेटा को एनक्रिप्ट करने का काम जो होता है, एनक्रिप्शन इसलिए किया जाता है कि डेटा एक्सपोज ना हो, क्योंकि इसमें पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन का डेटा होता है. तो ये फाइल को कन्वर्ट किया जाता है एक एनक्रिप्टेड फॉर्म में. एनक्रिप्टेड फॉर्म वाली जो फाइल होती है, देन दैट फाइल ओनली वी आर एबल टू अपलोड ऑन द इनकम टैक्स पोर्टल. आई होप इट इज अंडरस्टूड. फर्स्ट थिंग इज दैट यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर द डेटा एज पर दिस आरपीयू फॉर्मेट. क्रिएट द फाइल. इफ यू आर नॉट कॉन्फिडेंट दैट आपका पूरा डेटा आ गया, तो यू कैन सेव दिस फाइल एंड यू कैन अगेन ओपन दिस फाइल एंड यू कैन एडिट. Now, if you are confident enough, you can create the file. After creation, one txt file will be generated. Then, for to that txt file, we have to prepare the fu file. That is the encrypted file. तो उसके लिए एक दूसरा सॉफ्टवेयर है, जो कि एक पहले fu फाइल का सॉफ्टवेयर आपने डाउनलोड कर लिया. Then one software is for the sharing again. सेकेंड सॉफ्टवेयर का जो रहता है वो रहता है फाइल वैलिडेशन यूटिलिटी का. सो आप देखेंगे यहाँ पे फाइल एफयू फाइल. वन इज द आरपीयू. ये जो जार फाइल होती है ना, आपको ये ओपन करना है. टीडीएस अंडरस्कोर आरपीयू 5.6 जार. और एक होता है टीडीएस स्टैंड अलोन एफयू फाइल. आपका आरपीयू से आपने .txt फाइल यू हैव क्रिएटेड. नाउ यू वांट टू एनक्रिप्ट दैट फाइल. सो एनक्रिप्शन विल बी डन. एनक्रिप्शन यानी वो कोई पढ़ ना पाए, क्योंकि इसके अंदर पीआई डेटा होता है. तो एफयू फाइल क्रिएट होता है टीडीएस रिटर्न का. राइट. तो आप ये जार ओपन करेंगे तो आपका जो फाइल क्रिएट हुआ है इसको ब्राउज करना है. यहाँ पे जो भी आपका फाइल क्रिएट होगा यहाँ पे ब्राउज करके इसको ओपन कर दीजिए. इसके अलावा ये एक और इन्फॉर्मेशन मांगता है, जो चालान इनपुट फाइल विथ नेम विथ पाथ. चालान इनपुट फाइल का मतलब क्या होता है? जो भी चालान की डिटेल्स दैट यू हैव पुटेड इन योर टीडीएस रिटर्न एट द टाइम ऑफ प्रिपरेशन ऑफ रिटर्न, whether that challan is available with the income tax department or not. They want to validate that challan detail. कोई फ्रॉड चालान डिटेल डाल के अलोकेट कर देगा तो बाद में उसको रेक्टिफिकेशन करना, दैट इज वेरी टीडियस टास्क. सो व्हाट इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट एट द टाइम ऑफ प्रिपरेशन ऑफ द एफयू फाइल, दे आर आस्किंग फॉर द चालान इनपुट फाइल ऑल्सो. राइट. अभी चालान इनपुट फाइल हम कहाँ से लाएंगे? सो देर इज अ मैकेनिज्म फॉर डाउनलोडिंग द चालान इनपुट फाइल. राइट. सो आपने एफ जो टीएक्सटी फाइल थी वो तो आपने एफयू जो आरपीयू वर्जन था, रिटर्न प्रिपरेशन यूटिलिटी, वहां से एफयू फाइल टीएक्सटी फाइल क्रिएट कर ली, उसको ब्राउज करके यहाँ पे अटैच कर दिया. देन सेकंड हमको चालान इनपुट फाइल डाउनलोड करना है. सो फॉर डाउनलोडिंग ऑफ द चालान इनपुट फाइल यू हैव टू गो टू द इनकम टैक्स पोर्टल. आई एम जस्ट शोकेसिंग यू दैट थिंग ऑल्सो, सो दैट आपको एक पूरा का पूरा वर्क फ्लो समझ में आए. तो आई एम जस्ट शोकेसिंग यू द इनकम टैक्स पोर्टल ऑल्सो फ्रॉम वेयर यू कैन डाउनलोड. So this is the income tax portal. This income tax portal is visible.
I think it's frozen again.
One minute. Now income tax portal is visible.
Not yet, sir. Yes, sir, it's now.
Right. So
Yes.
there is a one option of download CSI file. This option is visible. Download CSI file. So this option is available. You have to download this CSI file. So it contains the challan detail of the particular TAN number for the particular freight. So you have to put the TAN number here. You have to put the TAN number and the mobile number. OTP will come, and then you can put the period. I'm just downloading for one of the NGP0083E. I'm just putting my mobile number. यहाँ पे it is not mandatory कि वो particular TAN number के मोबाइल नंबर रहना चाहिए. आप किसी और का भी TAN number का मोबाइल नंबर डाल सकते हैं, राइट? आप आपका खुद का मोबाइल नंबर डाल के भी CSI फाइल डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. I have put it the mobile OTP on my number. So 9884701. You can continue. Then continue. अब आपको यहाँ पे डेट लिखना है, फ्रॉम विच डेट टू विच डेट यू वांट द चालान डिटेल. एंड जस्ट आफ्टर यू पुटिंग, आई एम जस्ट पुटिंग वन ऑफ द चालान डिटेल फ्रॉम 1st May to 7th May. Filter challan. These are the challan detail that was available on this particular TAN number. You have to download this challan file, right? So it is available open. That you can see this is the CSI file that is coming on the download, right? So this file and the txt file, you have to browse there and attach the file, and thereafter you can create your fu file. And that fu file that you have created, you have to upload that TDS return onto the income tax portal. There is a one option, there are the two options for the filing of the TDS return, right? First option is that you can go onto the income tax portal. How you can download? Here is the login option is there, right? यू कैन पुट योर टैन नंबर. जैसे पैन का लॉगिन होता है, वैसा ही एक टैन नंबर का भी लॉगिन इनकम टैक्स पोर्टल पे क्रिएट होता है. सो व्हाट यू टू डू, यू हैव टू जस्ट गो हियर एंड यू कैन जस्ट क्लिक ऑन द कंटिन्यू, confirm, put the password. I'm just giving you one of the login ID password which I have available so that you can view how the fu file. I hope you understand how to create the fu file. Now I'm just showcasing you how we can upload the TDS return on the portal. I am one user ID password, through that I can just showcase you. Not having currently any ID password for the 10 related thing. It- 10 So once you log in here, there is an option of upload of the FU file. So you have to once log in with your TAN number, you can go there. जैसे हम इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न फाइल करते हैं, वैसे ही वहां पे ऑप्शन दिखेगा 24Q 26Q का. यू जस्ट गो देयर एंड यू कैन अपलोड एनी ऑफ द TDS रिटर्न. सो लाइक दैट यू कैन गो लॉग इन ऑन द टैन नंबर. तो यहाँ पे आपके लिए सबसे मैंडेटरी थिंग है, यू हैव टू क्रिएट द लॉगिन ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द टैन नंबर. जैसे हमारा पैन का लॉगिन बनता है, वैसे ही टैन का लॉगिन बनाना है. पैन का लॉगिन बनाने के लिए द प्रोसीजर इज दैट यू हैव टू फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लॉग इन ऑन टू द ट्रेसेस पोर्टल. वहां से आपको रिक्वेस्ट करना पड़ेगा इनकम टैक्स लॉगिन आईडी पासवर्ड क्रिएट करने का. देन ओनली यू आर एबल टू क्रिएट दैट. आई एम जस्ट शोकेसिंग यू दैट थिंग. So I hope one procedure up to the filing of the TDS return is clear. How we can, so first process is through income tax portal. Second process is that you can go and you can some sound issue here. Real से connected ही है क्या? Hello, my voice is audible.
Yeah, you're audible, Himanshu.
Yes. Okay. So there is a two type of the procedure that through which we can file the TDS return. First one is through income tax portal. Make your income tax TAN number login and you can upload your TDS return. Second process is that you can go to the TIN facilitation center. So there are the many TIN FCs, जिसको TIN FCs बोला जाता है. You can go to the TIN FC and you can submit your FU file to the TIN facilitation center physically, and that TIN FC center will upload that return on behalf of you. So for the income tax portal, if you want to file, you must have the digital signature or the Aadhaar OTP through which you can upload the TDS return. And if you want to file the return physical in the physical mode, not in the digital mode, you can go to the nearest TIN facilitation center. List of the TIN FCs you can got from the NSDL portal. So वहाँ पे काफी सारे NSDL के protein centers होंगे through which you can go and you can upload, you can request them to upload your TDS return. So they will take some charges and they can upload the TDS return on your behalf. It may be 50 to 60 rupees charges may be there, right? So, and for the income tax portal for filing, it is the free of cost, right? Once you have filed the TDS return, right? Now you have the issue that you want to revise the TDS return, राइट. सो कहीं पे आपने पैन नंबर गलत लिख दिया, या आपको इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट ने आपका रिटर्न प्रोसेस करके कुछ इनकम टैक्स का नोटिस इशू कर दिया, सो यू वांट टू फाइल द टीडीएस रिटर्न. अब देयर आर द बिफोर गोइंग फॉर द फाइलिंग ऑफ द टीडीएस रिटर्न, I am just showcasing you the brief type of the default that is coming. First default normally that is coming is the PAN Aadhaar linking default. If your PAN and Aadhaar is not linked, this is the very hot topic, and most of the companies are receiving the TDS related notices on because of this thing. First thing is that PAN Aadhaar is not linked. If suppose your PAN and Aadhaar is not linked, then TDS needs to be deducted at the rate of the 20%. Why? Income tax department has come with the very specific notification. If PAN and Aadhaar is not linked, that PAN number is considered as the PAN not available case. If the PAN number is not available, then TDS needs to be deducted at the rate of the 20% only. Right? Now the question is arises how we can verify the PAN Aadhaar linking status. So for the PAN Aadhaar linking status, they have given us the various scenario. First thing is that they have given one functionality on the report inside portal. There is a one portal which is named as report inside portal, right? So you have to go on to the report inside portal, log in onto that portal, and one on one you can verify the PAN number. And on a batch process also, you can upload the list of the PAN number. It will give you the status whether the PAN Aadhaar is linked or not, right? I'm just showcasing you that portal also. So just go on to the report inside portal. It is just opening. Till that time, first type of the default I have showcased you, that is the PAN Aadhaar linking related default. And the basics of the TDS is the PAN number, right? If the PAN number is wrong that you have fed in your TDS return, if that PAN number is wrong, then the TDS will be deducted on the higher rate. PAN number wrong means no PAN number available with the income tax department. So the PAN number feeding on the TDS return is a very crucial thing. So before filing of the TDS return, must ensure whatever PAN number you have quoted is correct and very correct. So how you can verify the TDS return, that activity I am just showcasing you. How you can verify the PAN or Aadhaar is linked or not, that also I am showcasing you. First of all, I am just, the traces portal is open. So I am just giving you the brief outline how we can verify the PAN number, right? So you have to go on to the traces portal. You have to select deductor, taxpayer, and POA. So you have to select the deductor, right? You have to put the ID password of your client, whatever you are having. So just put one of the user ID and password. I'm just putting. I'm putting the one of the user ID and password so that you are able to see whatever the things are there. So once you put the user ID and password, this portal will open, right? The portal is visible, Traces portal. So this is the portal that is of the income tax department, and it is managed by the Infosys on behalf of the income tax department. So whatever return you are prepared, you have uploaded on the income tax portal or the TNFCs, that return is coming here for the processing. Whether the return that you have filed is perfectly correct or not. If it is not correct, Treasury Department, on behalf of the Income Tax Department, they are issuing the notices to the deductor to rectify their TDS return. Right now, I am just showcasing you. This portal is facilitating the PAN verification activity. So you can see on the right hand side, on the left hand side, there is a tab of PAN verification. I hope it is visible. So you have to just click on the PAN verification tab, put your PAN number here. Whatever PAN number you want to verify, just put the PAN number here. Whatever type of the form type you want to select, just select here, click here, go. So it will showcase you the name of the PAN card holder. PAN card holder is Himanshu Vijay Kumar Choradia, and the PAN number is valid. So two conditions are there. One is the valid, and second one is operative. Operative means the PAN and Aadhaar is linked. If the PAN number is not linked, then the status will come valid and inoperative. If the PAN number is coming as inoperative, you are supposed to deduct the TDS on the higher rates. Higher rate means 20%, right? So these are the PAN number. How you can verify? Put the PAN number, any type of the form you can put, and you can check the name. What is the name as per the PAN card holder, right? So this is the information that that is you can how you can verify the PAN number and how you can verify the PAN number is valid and operating, right? So this is the basic thing for any TDS return. So first thing is that you have to verify, otherwise the default will come, right? If suppose instead of putting this PAN number, I have put it AGW CPC, right? If I'm going, it's come some for some other person is coming. I'm giving yes. So you can see I have put it one wrong PAN number. This is coming as invalid and the name is not available, right? If suppose you have put it this PAN number in the TDS return and you have deducted the TDS under section 194C at the rate of the 1%, then the income tax department will issue the notice to you if the PAN number is invalid that you are supposed to deduct the TDS at the rate of the 20% instead of the 1%. So now you know these are the PAN number, this is wrong. How you are able to know? So you can see on the traces portal, there is a one default tab is there. Just click here, click on the view default summary tab, right? Just click on the default summary. Whatever return you have filed for the particular financial year, just select here. You are supposed to file for the 23-24. Select the quarter, just click on the go. There is a no default. You can see for the, all the financial, all the quarter in a one go. You can see there is a default in quarter two for the 1,60,000. So you want to see what type of default is there. Just click on the quarter two. You are able to know there are the short deduction, interest on late payment, interest on short deduction. There are the various other default that is coming. Now you want to analyze the line item wise on which transaction this default is there. So what you are supposed to do, there is a one tab of the request for justification report. Under the default tab only, there is a request for justification report. What you have to do, just click on the request for the justification report. You have seen there is a default in 23-24, there's a default in quarter 2, there's a default in 26Q. Just click here, it will ask for the digital signature or normal KYC. If you have the digital signature is registered on your profile, then you have to just click on the validate DSC. It will straightly go through and apply the justification report. And it will be available under the download section under the requested download. That justification report you just download and open in Excel, and you are able to know under which transaction the default is there. And after that, you want to rectify that default. First process is to digital signature one, and second process is the normal KYC. If you go with the normal KYC without digital signature, you have to just click on the proceed. It will ask for you the token number. Token number means when you have filed the return, it will generate one token number, that is the acknowledgement number. So that acknowledgement number you have to put for the quarter 2 on 23-24. You have to put one challan detail. You have to put one challan detail for the validation purpose. Income tax department is asking. If you have the 10 challan, you have to put the one challan detail, BSR code, date, challan serial number and amount. And under that challan, you have to put the 3 deducted details. उस चालान के अंदर कोई जो 3 डिडक्टिव होंगे उनका पैन और टोटल अमाउंट आपने जो टीडीएस का काटा है वो, इसको आप क्लिक करेंगे प्रोसीड, then that file will be applied, justification report file will be applied, and that file you are able to check on the requested download tab. Just go on the downloads, just click on the requested. The two type of the mechanism for the application of the justification report. First, you have to file the return. Before filing, check the PAN verification, PAN Aadhaar status. After filing, check the status under the default tab. If any defaults are there, apply for the justification report. Check the justification report, what type of the defaults it is there. Just go on the requested download. You will see, just click on the view all. You will see all the console file and the justification report is available here. Just click on the justification report and just click on the HTTP download. That file will get downloaded. Just analyze the transactional data, right? After analyzing, you are able to know these are the line items where I have to do the correction in the PAN number, correction in the sections, because many of the time the section you have put it wrong, many of the times the amount is you have put it wrong. Then income tax department has suggested the mechanism of the correction. There are the two type of the corrections that you can go for. Under the default tab is there, request for correction tab is there, right? Click on the request for correction tab. As soon as you click on the request for correction, once you have completed your analysis, then only go for the request for correction. How you do the analysis? On the basis of the justification report. So just select the financial year 23-24. Just select the quarter. Suppose you selected the quarter 2, form type 26Q. Then category of correction. Whether you want to do the online correction. If you go for the online correction, the page will open here. So here the limited type of the correction you can do: challan correction, pan correction, amount correction. There are the certain types of limitations are there. If the bulk data is there, suppose there are the correction in thousands of line items, then we are not suggesting to go for the online correction, because to go one-on-one for the 1,000 line items and to rectify the thing, it's a very tedious task. So we are suggesting, if there are the line items more than 100 line items, you go for the offline correction, so that you can do the corrections in a very easy manner. If line item is very less, you can definitely go for the online correction. It is very quick. Submit the request, the page will open, and whatever correction you want to do, you can do. If you have the large number of the line item, you can go for the offline, submit the request. Once you go for the submit, it will again ask you digital KYC, normal. If you go for the normal KYC, it will ask you the basic details for the validation. As soon as you do the KYC flow, it will apply the console file, that is known as original file. So what income tax department is saying, whatever TDS return that you have filed originally, on that file only you are able to do the correction. So that file, original file, whatever you have filed, it is known as the console file. So if you see, once you download, under the requested download, you are able to see NSDL console file. You can see this is the NSDL console file. So you have to download this NSDL console file. Once you download, open the return preparation utility, choose on the correction, upload this console file, make the correction whatever you want to do, create the text file from the RPU, then validate that text file from the file validation utility. Thereafter, you prepare the offline correction file, and that offline correction file, you just go on the income tax portal for the filing, or you can go for the TNFC center for the filing purpose. So this is the end-to-end mechanism for the regular return filing and the correction return filing, right? So now you want to, after filing of return, you want to distribute the TDS certificate. TDS certificate means there is a Form 16 for the salaried person, Form 16A for the non-salaried person, 27A for the non-residents, and other forms are there. So how you can apply for the forms? There is a Form 16A, right? Under the download section, once the return is accepted, how you can say check whether the return is checked or not? So here is the option on the statement status. Click on the statement status. I'm not able to tell you each and every field. You can explore this field. I am telling you the basic field on this portal so that you can evaluate the basic information. So statement status, you want to check whether whatever returns you have filed, whether it is accepted by the traces or whether it is available on the traces. Just go on the 23-24, select the quarter, form type, view statement status. You can see this statement original return has been filed on 17 October. There's a lot of corrections has been done, right? So once the date of filing is coming here and status, if it is status coming as the process, it is not mandatory. If any default are there, you cannot apply for the Form 16 or 16A. You can even though apply for the Form 16, 16, even though default are there. You can later on rectify that default. You can go on the download, click on the Form 16, 16A, select the financial year. For the 23-24, you can select the quarter, type, and PAN. For the individual PAN, you can apply for the Form 16 if you want to apply for the full file, right? So just select the financial year and the quarter and select the 26Q and just click on the go. It will apply all the file. Here the bulk PAN download is there. Sorry, the bulk PAN download option is there. 24, 25, quarter 3, and form type you can select 26Q, 27Q and go. Once you do this thing, the file will be available. Form 16 file will be available on the requested download. But this file you cannot directly convert into the PDF, right? So this file is coming in the TXT file. In the zip format, the file will become. So you can see this form in the requested download, the Form 16 file will come. Let me check. There is a one form 16 26Q file is available. You have to just click on the HTTP download. That Form 16 get file will be available here. Once you download, after download, there is an option of utility, right? So you can see under the download section, once you click requested download, there is an option of the click here to download the utility, right? So this utility you need to download for the generation of the PDF, Form 16 PDF, because this file is the TXT file only. So you have to click here. It will ask for the captcha. Submit here. Form 16A traces PDF converter. Hope it is visible. Download traces utility. There are the many of the utilities are available. justification report download utility, console file utility, many utilities are there. Right now, we want to download the traces PDF converter. Just click on here, download the utility. Once you download, it is available here. I will just open this file also. So you can see whatever zip file that has been downloaded, just browse this zip file. It is available on the download section. So I just selected one of the zip file. It will ask for the password. Every file is having the password. जो password रहता है उसका जो request number रहता है, that request number you have to put as a password. ये फाइल कहाँ पे जनरेट होंगे, आपको सेव कहाँ पे करना है, उसका पाथ आप डाल दीजिए. देन अगर आपको डिजिटली साइन करना है फॉर्म 16, यू हैव टू सिलेक्ट द डिजिटल सिग्नेचर. जो सर्टिफिकेट आपको नीचे दिखेगा, व्यू सर्टिफिकेट कर लीजिए एंड प्रोसीड आप क्लिक कर लीजिए. ये पर्टिकुलर पाथ पे सारे फॉर्म 16 के पीडीएफ जनरेट हो जाएंगे. देन देयर आफ्टर यू कैन डिस्ट्रीब्यूट टू योर वेंडर्स. I hope the Form 16 procedure is the Form 16, 16A. This is the procedure for both the things. I hope it is understandable regarding the Form 16, 16A generation. So these are the government tools that I have mentioned you. Right now, there are the various other tools that you can explore. अब एक्सप्लोर क्या करना चाहिए, जैसे कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ एनी बिग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज यूजिंग द SAP, right, they want to integrate at the time of the transaction only whether the PAN number is valid or not, whether the PAN or Aadhaar is linked or not, how you can check on the live level, because हम जब डेटा लेंगे वो आफ्टर क्वार्टर एंड या आफ्टर मंथ एंड लेंगे एंड उसके बाद हम डिफॉल्ट बताएंगे तो क्लाइंट उसका रिकवरी नहीं कर पाएंगे उसके वेंडर से. अगर आपने बोल दी कि यहाँ पे मेरा शॉर्ट डिडक्शन है, तो क्लाइंट हैव टू रिकवर दैट अमाउंट फ्रॉम द वेंडर, so they are not able to recover, so they want to check all the things on the live level, right? So how they can do the verification of the live level? So there are the PAN verification API, then PAN Aadhaar linking API. API यानी क्या होता है? Application Programming Interface, right? अगर दो कंप्यूटर्स को आपस में बात करना है तो वो एपीआई के थ्रू बात करते हैं, राइट? सो देयर आर द वेरियस एपीआईज दैट वाज अवेलेबल इन द मार्केट that can be integrated in your SAP or the ERP, right? That API you can integrate so that on the live level, the PAN verification, PAN Aadhaar linking verification can be verified. And जो हम defaults बाद में बताते हैं, on the live level, they can track that thing and they can deduct the TDS on the actual rates, right? Apart from that, there are one more functionality on the TDS return, that is for the lower deduction certificate. Many of the vendors are coming. Suppose you are supposed to deduct the TDS of myself. I am just giving the example of my company, Figment Global Solution. If I am giving the raising the bill to the SBI, they are deducting the TDS at the rate of the 10%. But I am assessing my liability. I am going to the income tax department and I am filing the one lower deduction certificate form with the income tax department, and they've issued me the certificate that your TDS is supposed to be deducted at the rate of the 1%. So this certificate has been issued on the particular 10 number. जब मैं सर्टिफिकेट इशू करूंगा तो उसमें लिखा रहेगा फिगमेंट को अगर एसबीआई के ये पर्टिकुलर 10 नंबर से इतना अमाउंट का ये पर्टिकुलर डेट से लेकर ये डेट तक की अगर पेमेंट मिलेगा तो उसके ऊपर में आपको 1% से ही टीडीएस डिडक्ट करना है. सो हमको कैसे मालूम पड़ेगा कि हमारे कंपनीज में लोअर डिडक्शन सर्टिफिकेट कौन कौन से पर्सन ने दिए हुए? मैनी ऑफ द वेंडर्स आर सबमिटिंग द एलडीसीज टू अस. एलडीसी यानी लोअर डिडक्शन सर्टिफिकेट, बट ट्रेसेस इज गिवन द फंक्शनैलिटी ऑफ डाउनलोड्स. You can go here, download 197 certificate, right? You can select the financial year. यहाँ पे पैन नंबर डालना मैंडेटरी नहीं है, तो you just select the financial year, just click on the proceed. You will able to know how many lower deduction certificate. This is the certificate number, under which certificate section. This is the PAN number who have issued the certificate to you, from which date to which date it is valid, and you can download the certificate even. I'm just opening one of the certificate. This certificate is visible. So this is the one of the certificate that has been issued by यूनिक आइडेंटिफिकेशन अथॉरिटी ऑफ द इंडिया. यूआईडीए ने बड़ौदा राजस्थान ग्रामीण बैंक को ये सर्टिफिकेट इशू किया है. दिस इज द सर्टिफिकेट नंबर फॉर 194J. इतने अमाउंट तक का पेमेंट अगर वो बड़ौदा राजस्थान ये यूआईडीए को करता है तो उसको टीडीएस जीरो रेट से टीडीएस डिडक्ट करना है. एंड दिस ट्रांजेक्शन डेट शुड बी इसके बीच में रहना चाहिए, 28 अगस्त से 31 मार्च के बीच में. इफ सपोज यूआईडीए ने ट्रांजेक्शन किया 27 अगस्त को, तो क्या ये सर्टिफिकेट का रेट उसको वैलिडेट होगा? द आंसर इज नो. You have to deduct the TDS at the rate of the 2% और 10%, whichever. टेक्निकल सर्विस के लिए 2% रहेगा. अगर उनका ट्रांजेक्शन डेट ये अप्लीकेबल है 28 अगस्त 2023 से, अगर उसका ट्रांजेक्शन डेट रहता है 27 अगस्त, देन वी हैव टू डिडक्ट द TDS at the rate of the 2% on that transaction. If suppose इनका 28 मार्च तक के इनका 4 करोड़ का बिलिंग हो गया। यहाँ पे 3,89,00,000 का बिलिंग इनको अलाउड है। अगर उनका 4 करोड़ का बिलिंग हो गया अप टू 28 मार्च, देन 3,89,00,000 के ऊपर हमको उनका 2% से टीडीएस डिडक्ट करना पड़ेगा, हमको 0% का बेनिफिट नहीं दे सकते हैं। तो ये सब चीजें आप एनालाइज कैसे करेंगे जहां पे मल्टीपल ट्रांजेक्शन होते हैं? तो इसके लिए काफी सारे टूल्स मार्केट में अवेलेबल है जो इसकी ट्रैकिंग करते हैं, हर ट्रांजेक्शन लेवल के ऊपर कितना लिमिट कंज्यूम हो गया, कितना बाकी है, कौन से डेट से कौन से डेट तक के वैलिडेट है। तो ये नॉर्मल आरपीयू जो हमारा फंक्शनलिटी है ये सबको सपोर्ट नहीं करता है। इट इज ओनली सपोर्टिंग द प्रिपरेशन ऑफ टीडीएस रिटर्न। दे आर नॉट सपोर्टिंग द you can say the validation of the things. What they are doing, they are preparing the FU file, you are uploading, then income tax department issuing the notices to us, right, for the errors. So what approach as a student you have to think that all the validation should be done before remittance and before filing of return. What we are suggesting, do the validation before remittance. हर महीने का काम हर महीने हो जाए, जो जो इश्यूज है वो उनको क्लाइंट्स को पहले पता चल जाए, दे विल एबल टू रेक्टिफाई ऑल द थिंग्स, एंड देयर आफ्टर वो उनके पास रिकवरी का टाइम रहे। अगर उनको क्वार्टर एंडिंग के बाद अगर सारे डिफॉल्ट्स बताएंगे या रिटर्न फाइल करने के बाद डिफॉल्ट्स बताएंगे, तो इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर देम टू परस्यू विद द वेंडर्स टू रिकवरी फॉर दैट अमाउंट, राइट। तो ये आपको लोअर डिडक्शन का वैलिडेशन भी काफी अच्छे से देखना पड़ेगा। राइट नाउ इस चीज के भी एपीआईज बनते हैं कि ये लोअर डिडक्शन सर्टिफिकेट का नंबर ये है, ये पर्टिकुलर पैन नंबर है, तो ये लाइव लेवल के ऊपर में फैच करके लेके आता है डिटेल। सो दो कंप्यूटर्स को अगर आपस में बातचीत करना है तो उसके लिए एपीआईज बोले जाते हैं। सो आई विल जस्ट शोकेस यू किस टाइप के एपीआईज होते हैं, हाउ इट इज रनिंग, सो यू पीपल एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड कि किस टाइप से एपीआई वर्क करते हैं। दो कंप्यूटर आपस में लाइव लेवल विद इन सेकंड्स रिस्पॉन्स आते हैं इसके अंदर में। तो आपको दिखाता हूँ तो यू विल हैव अ गुड आइडिया। जस्ट शोकेसिंग वन ऑफ द एक पोर्टल है, हम लोग का ही पोर्टल है। तो आपको अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए सिर्फ बता रहा हूँ कि हाउ यू पीपल कैन अंडरस्टैंडिंग कैसे आ पाए आपको। तो उसके लिए आपको बता रहा हूँ कि टीडीएस के अंदर में ऑटोमेशन किस टाइप से किया जा सकता है। सो फॉर द पर्पज ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग ओनली आई एम शोकेसिंग दिस थिंग, सो यू पीपल एबल टू नो व्हाट टाइप ऑफ द एपीआई, एपीआई किसको बोला जाता है। So this is the tech integration that you can do. You can suggest to the corporates. You can suggest this is the need, right? So यहाँ पे आप देखेंगे तो काफी सारे दिख रहे हैं एपीआई सर्विसेज सैंडबॉक्स। तो आई एम जस्ट शोकेसिंग यू वन और टू थिंग्स, राइट। सो आपको नॉर्मली देखना है टैक्स कंप्लायंस के अंदर में हम देखते हैं कि 206 ए बी कंप्लायंस चेक करके एक होता है, जो कि अभी ये सेक्शन एलिमिनेट हो गया है 206 ए बी 1 अप्रैल से। बट यही एपीआई के अंदर पैन आधार लिंकिंग का भी स्टेटस आता है। नाउ यू वांट टू वेरीफाई द पैन आधार लिंकिंग स्टेटस ऑफ माई, so I have put it my PAN number. It is the live level, the information they are fetching. As soon as I put it the PAN number, you can see the response has come, right? This is the PAN number. This is the PAN number in the name in the mask form. For which financial year? PAN Aadhaar link status. LK means linked. PAN status is operative. So this API will be integrated directly into the application so that they are able to fetch the data on the live level and they can determine the tax rates. So that जो issues हम month end के बाद बताने वाले थे, before remittance बताने वाले थे, वो live level पे उसको handle कर पाए. So there should be no default at all. So this is the thing that automation needs to be integrated. ये मैंने आपको पैन आधार लिंकिंग का बताया। उसी टाइप से यू कैन इम्प्लीमेंट द पैन वेरिफिकेशन। आपको पैन वेरिफिकेशन दिखाता हूँ। तो जैसे ही आप पैन नंबर डालेंगे, एक पैन नंबर डालता हूँ मेरा ही। तो इफ यू गो फॉर द, if you put at the PAN number, you can see the information is come. So this is the PAN number. What is the name? Himanshu Vijay Kumar Choradia. So this is the information that they can integrate, right? So through this integration, they are able to know कि how whether the PAN number is valid or not. अभी हमने क्या प्रोसीजर देखा था, अगर जो छोटी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, दे कैन गो ऑन द ट्रेसेस पोर्टल, दे कैन गो ऑन द रिपोर्ट इनसाइड पोर्टल, एक एक करके वो लोग चेक कर सकते हैं। रिपोर्ट इनसाइड पोर्टल पे थाउजेंड्स ऑफ पैन नंबर्स कर सकते हैं, बट लेकिन उसमें मैन्युअल प्रोसेस होगा। आप एक बार चेक करो, फिर लेके आओ सिस्टम में अपडेट करो। ये एपीआई आपके आप सैप के अंदर या कहीं कोई भी ईआरपी के अंदर इंटीग्रेट कर सकते हैं, सो दैट ऑन द लाइव लेवल इफ एनीथिंग इज रॉन्ग द सिस्टम विल शो द एरर एंड द यूजर कैन नॉट प्रोसीड फर्दर। सो ये सब चीजें लाइव लेवल पे ठीक होते जाएंगी, तो आपको जो एरर्स आते हैं ना वो नहीं आएंगे एरर्स। तो सिमिलर वे जैसे पैन का देखे आपने, वैसे ही सारी चीजें होती है। अगर आपका एक एपीआई और भी आता है, जैसे कि कैसे यूजर, आज आप सीए हो तो आपको सब नॉलेज रहेगा, यू विल बिकम इन द सीए, तो यू विल हैव द नॉलेज ऑफ ऑल लॉ, ठीक है, तो आपको पता है ये सेक्शन में कितना रेट का टीडीएस लगता है, ये पैन आधार लिंक नहीं रहेगा तो क्या रेट लगेगा। तो एक एडवांस एपीआईज भी चलते हैं मार्केट के अंदर में। जैसे आपने अगर आपने एक पैन नंबर डाला, आपने ऑप्शन डाला कि मेरा 194C में काटना है इसका टीडीएस, तो ये इंटीग्रेट कर दो आप सिर्फ, तो आपको ये डायरेक्ट रेट बताएगा कि क्या रेट से टीडीएस डिडक्ट करना है आपको। तो वहां पे सामने वाले यूजर को दिमाग ही नहीं लगाना है। एप्लीकेबल रेट इज 1% एज इट इज द इंडिविजुअल, एंड सेक्शन 194 में इसका पैन आधार लिंक्ड है, तो इसका रेट क्या आएगा। तो दिस टाइप ऑफ ऑटोमेशन यू कैन इम्प्लीमेंट in the its application. These are tech integrations you people can suggest to the client, so that on the live level when they are doing the transaction, on the live level they are able to assess the rate of the TDS, they are able to assess the verification of the PAN number, they are able to assess the PAN Aadhaar linking status. One more thing, for the TDS automation you can suggest to the client for the invoice automation. इनवॉइस ऑटोमेशन के अंदर में आप क्या कर सकते हैं, इसको ये जो प्रोसेस है ना, आरपीए रोबोटिक प्रोसेस ऑटोमेशन होते हैं, वेब ऑटोमेशन होते हैं। अब क्लाइंट को क्या इशू आता है, अब जैसे मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल लेता हूँ, यूज केस लेता हूँ जोमेटो का, राइट। जोमेटो के अंदर में जो राइडर्स होते हैं ना, जब वो ऑनबोर्ड होते हैं ना, तो उनको राइडर्स इतने ज्यादा पढ़े लिखे नहीं होते, तो जोमेटो वालों का जो ऐप है ना, उन्होंने क्या बोला कि आपका पैन कार्ड का फोटो खींच के यहाँ पे अपलोड कर दीजिए। अब फोटो खींच के अपलोड करने के बाद में हाउ यू कैन एक्सट्रैक्ट द डेटा, तो इसमें एक ओसीआर टेक्नोलॉजी यूज होती है। तो वो ओसीआर टेक्नोलॉजी भी आप लोग क्लाइंट को सजेस्ट कर सकते हैं, ताकि ओसीआर के थ्रू वो पैन नंबर डायरेक्टली एक्सट्रैक्ट करे, ताकि उसको मैनुअल फीडिंग ना करना पड़े, राइट। सो दीज आर द वेरियस टाइप ऑफ द थिंग्स एंड ओसीआर। उसके अलावा मैं एग्जांपल लेता हूँ, जैसे जोमेटो के अंदर बहुत सारे होटल्स वाले होते हैं, राइट। तो वो होटल्स वालों को 194A के अंदर में टीडीएस डिडक्ट होता है, तो दे आर सबमिटिंग देयर बिल्स। अब वो जब बिल सबमिट करते हैं ना, तो अब हर होटल वाले उसका इनवॉइस नंबर, इनवॉइस डेट, इनवॉइस अमाउंट, मेरा कितना एग्रीगेशन हो गया, तो वो सब चीजें नहीं लिख पाता है। तो व्हाट दे आर डूइंग, दे आर टेलिंग टू स्कैन द इनवॉइस एंड अपलोड ऑन द पोर्टल। जैसे ही वो इनवॉइस स्कैन करेगा, ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द स्कैन इनवॉइस दे आर एक्सट्रैक्टिंग द इन्फॉर्मेशन। आई एम शोकेसिंग यू हाउ दिस थिंग कैन बी डन. So these are AI tools that you must know. These are the various types of the tools that was available in the market. You can explore much and much. So these are the one of the tools that we are using, that I'm suggesting you. So you can explore others also. So this is the one of the tool that we are using for the OCR extraction purpose, and these are in-house only. So अगर आपको अब इसका यूज करना है, जैसे सर्विसेज है, राइट नाउ आई एम टेलिंग अबाउट द पैन कार्ड, राइट, how you can extract the PAN card. So you can see there is a PAN OCR is there, right? Just click on the PAN OCR. Just go on the test environment. I'm just going to showcase you the results. 1 minute. I'm taking one of the PAN number. How it will extract the information, you will able to know. This is one of the PAN card. So ये पैन कार्ड मैंने अपलोड किया, आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे पैन कार्ड दिख रहा है। अब ये पैन कार्ड से इन्फॉर्मेशन हमको उठा के लेके आना है, राइट। So जैसे ये टेस्ट एपीआई रन होगा, you can see the information from the PAN card will be extracted and it will be populated in your ERP. So this type of the functionality has been used. तो यहाँ पे आपके दो पर्पज सर्व हो रहे हैं, पैन नंबर का वैलिडेशन भी हो जा रहा है, ये पैन कार्ड किसी ने फ्रॉड भी डाला है क्या, उसका भी वैलिडेशन होता है लाइव लेवल पे। तो ये सारी चीजें उसके अंदर वेरीफाइड हो जाती है। वेरीफाई करने के बाद यू कैन असेस द थिंग्स। सो इन्फॉर्मेशन अभी जैसे टेस्ट एनवायरनमेंट के अंदर है, तो ये इन्फॉर्मेशन विल कम, यू कैन सी this is the PAN number which was extracted from this PAN card that we uploaded. What is the name, what is the date of birth, and what is the father's name. So ये information auto populate आई है जब हमने इसको upload किया. So this type of integrations that can be done for the purpose of the TDS purpose, right? And once this PAN number is coming, this was getting validated with the income tax department also on a live level, and the whether PAN Aadhaar is linked or not, another API it will hit. So अभी आपको जो API दिया उसका सारा इंटीग्रेशन करके you can implement on the any of the ERP. So this is the tech integration you people can suggest, and you people should know. Apart from that, e-invoice OCR, if you want to the e-invoice. So I'm just uploading one of the invoice. If you go and you can check one of the invoice, I'm just showcasing you one of the invoice that you can upload. So these are sample cases I'm showing you. So this is the integration, technical integration. If suppose someone has uploaded this invoice and at what rate you are supposed to deduct the TDS. So you can map on the basis of the HSN, the rate will be defined, and on the basis of the PAN number, we can define the rate in our masters. और उसमें इनवॉइस नंबर, इनवॉइस डेट ये सब गलत ना है, तो ये देखेंगे अभी अपने इनवॉइस अपलोड की तो सारी डिटेल फैच होगी साइड में। देखिए सेलर जीएसटीएन, बायर जीएसटीएन, डॉक्यूमेंट नंबर, invoice type, which date, invoice value, what is the HSN code. So all this information will be fetched when you upload the invoice. So this type of the integrations you can do on the technical level. Now I will just quickly wrap up the things to showcase you one of the software through which you can assess how the big corporate data you can handle. So for giving the example, we are handling, अगर आपने सुने होंगे तो टीडीएस रिटर्न्स आपके जो रहते हैं ना, वो 10,000, 15,000, 5,000, 1,000 लाइन आइटम के टीडीएस रिटर्न होते हैं. सो वी आर प्रिपेयरिंग द रिटर्न ऑफ मोर देन 1 crore लाइन आइटम फॉर द स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया. So how we can manage this bulk data, how we are preparing the return. So that process I will just showcase you. This is not for the this is only for the purpose of showcasing you how the things we are managing. So you people also can think like that and you can prepare your technical know-how accordingly. Apart from that, वी आर वर्किंग फॉर द जोमेटो. अब जोमेटो के अंदर आप सोचेंगे कि जोमेटो में कितना वॉल्यूम होता होगा टीडीएस ट्रांजेक्शन का. आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू द एग्जांपल. अंडर द जोमेटो दे आर मेकिंग द रेमिटेंस ऑफ द टीडीएस एवरी वीक. उनके जितने राइडर्स है ना, दे आर नॉट द सैलरीड एम्प्लॉय, दे आर द 4 lakh राइडर्स, राइट. सो 4 lakh राइडर्स का एवरी वीक दे आर मेकिंग द पेमेंट एंड एवरी वीक दे आर डिडक्टिंग द टीडीएस, राइट. एवरी वीक टीडीएस डिडक्ट करेंगे तो उनका एक महीने के अंदर में 20 लाख ट्रांजेक्शन होते हैं हर वीक के. अगर हमने 4 से 5 लाख राइडर्स का ट्रांजेक्शन पकड़ा तो, and in a quarter they are preparing the return of 60 lakh line item. Now at the time of remittance they have to assess whether the PAN Aadhaar is linked, PAN is correct or not, whether that particular PAN holder का लिमिट ब्रीच हो गया है क्या. हमारा 50,000, 1 लाख, 30,000 जो भी लिमिट रहता है 194C का, वो ब्रीच हो गया है क्या. अगर वो लिमिट ब्रीच हुआ है देन ओनली वी आर सपोज टू डिडक्ट द टीडीएस. अगर पहले किसी का पैन नंबर नहीं था, अभी अपडेट हो गया तो उसको रिफंड्स करना है हमको. तो बहुत सारे सिनेरियोज होते हैं इसके अंदर में, एंड दैट प्रोसेस फुल्ली ऑटोमेटेड. सो अगर ये ऑटोमेशन करेंगे देन ओनली वी आर एबल टू हैंडल द बल्क डेटा एंड वी कैन, इफ वी आर डूइंग दिस टाइप द टेक इंटीग्रेशन देन ओनली वी आर एबल टू सफाइज द बिग क्लाइंट्स, right? So I'm just showcasing you one of the things so that you people understand how we are managing. For that purpose only I'm just showcasing you this type of the thing so that you people able to know how we are managing the things. So this is the one of the application that we are using. This is our in-house only, but for the purpose of your understanding I am showcasing you how you can also think for that thing. सो यू कैन से हमको ट्रेसेस पोर्टल पे बार बार जाना पड़ता है, तो हमने यहाँ पे ट्रेसेस कनेक्ट बना दिया. यहीं से आप डिफॉल्ट समरी, कंसो अप्लाई, फॉर्म 16, लोअर डिडक्शन, सारी चीजें फेच कर सकते हैं. अब नाउ बिग क्लाइंट्स का प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है, दे डोंट वांट कि हम लोग डेटा आपके फॉर्मेट में दें, राइट. उनका डेटा रहता है सैप से निकलता है या कोई ईआरपी से निकलता है. तो व्हाट दे वांट कि डेटा शुड बी प्रिपेयर्ड. हम लोगों ने जो रॉ डेटा दिया है वो रॉ डेटा डायरेक्टली आपकी एप्लीकेशन में इंसर्ट हो विदाउट एनी मैनुअल इंटरवेंशन, राइट. सो उसके अंदर मैनुअल इंटरवेंशन के लिए हम क्या करते हैं, हम दूसरे जो सॉफ्टवेयर रहते हैं, जो छोटे छोटे सॉफ्टवेयर आज की तारीख में चलते हैं, वो लोग क्या बोलते हैं, टेम्पलेट देते हैं. वो टेम्पलेट के अंदर आप डेटा भरिए, उसके बाद आप इंपोर्ट करिए. जैसे आप अभी आरपीयू का हम लोग देख रहे थे, तो आरपीयू के अंदर आपको फील्ड्स दी हुई, वो फील्ड्स के अंदर ही आपको डेटा भरना पड़ेगा. उनका कोई स्ट्रक्चर ऐसा नहीं है कि आप आपका टेम्पलेट खुद डिजाइन कर सके. तो एप्लीकेशंस आज की तारीख में कैसी बनना चाहिए, आप उनको दीजिए सेल्फ टेम्पलेट डिजाइन का ऑप्शन. सेल्फ टेम्पलेट डिजाइन में जैसे एक टेम्पलेट हमने डिजाइन करके रखा हुआ है, वो आपको दिखाता हूँ. यहाँ पे आप मैप फील्ड्स देखिए, यहाँ पे आपको अपलोडेड फाइल हेडर रहेगा. जो आपका फाइल नॉर्मल फाइल है ना, उसका फाइल हेडर क्या है, उसको वन टाइम मैपिंग कर दीजिए टेम्पलेट हेडर के साथ में. तो ये आपका सेल्फ टेम्पलेट डिजाइन हो गया. इसका आप नाम कर दीजिए और डायरेक्ट ये फाइल को अपलोड कर सकते हैं. तो दिस आर द प्रोसेस दैट यू कैन ऑटोमेट. ये सिंपल प्रोसेस है आपका, विदाउट मैनुअल इंटरवेंशन फाइल एप्लीकेशन में अपलोड कैसे हो. तो दिस इज द वन टाइम मैपिंग. आपके फाइल का हेडर जो है उसको आप टेम्पलेट के हेडर से वन टाइम मैप कर दीजिए. आपके टेम्पलेट का आप खुद नाम रख दीजिए, आपके टेम्पलेट का क्या नाम रखना है, यहाँ पे आपने नाम रख दिया आपके टेम्पलेट का. देन दिस इज द जस्ट ओवर, जस्ट गो हियर, क्लिक हियर, इंपोर्ट द डेटा, राइट. अभी आपके पास प्रॉब्लम क्या है, आपने डेटा तो इंपोर्ट कर लिया, आपको चेक करना है इसके सारे पैन नंबर सही है कि नहीं सही है, और इसके सारे पैन नंबर पैन आधार से लिंक है कि नहीं लिंक है. सो व्हाट वी हैव डन टू अवॉइड द मैनुअल प्रोसेस, व्हाट वी हैव डन, यहाँ पे आप डिडक्टिव में जाएंगे तो यहाँ पे आपको एक पैन वेरिफिकेशन है. जितने भी आप डेटा चढ़ाएंगे ना, उसका डिडक्टिव मास्टर ऑटोमेटिक क्रिएट होता है. यहाँ पे आप पैन वेरिफिकेशन का टैब देखेंगे, इसको जैसे ही क्लिक करेंगे सारा डेटा एपीआई के थ्रू फेच करके लेके आता है. पैन वेरिफिकेशन का डेटा, पैन आधार लिंकिंग का डेटा, सारा लाइव लेवल पे डेटा फेच करके आता है. आपने डेटा इंपोर्ट कर लिया, पैन वेरिफिकेशन कर लिया. सेकंड आपका प्रॉब्लम आता है लोअर डिडक्शन सर्टिफिकेट का. तो आप यहाँ पे ट्रेसेस कनेक्ट में जाके लोअर डिडक्शन सर्टिफिकेट को फैच कर लीजिए. यहाँ पे जैसे आप कनेक्ट नाउ करेंगे, आपका लोअर डिडक्शन सर्टिफिकेट फैच हो जाएगा. आफ्टर दैट व्हाट यू आर सपोज टू डू, दीज आर द 3 सिंपल स्टेप्स जिसके अंदर में नॉर्मली एरर्स आते हैं. आपके जैसे लोअर डिडक्शन सर्टिफिकेट फैच होंगे, यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम क्या आता है कि आपका लोअर डिडक्शन सर्टिफिकेट में अमाउंट कितना था, अभी तक के प्रीवियस क्वार्टर तक के कितना कंज्यूम हो गया, याले ट्रांजेक्शन में कितना कंज्यूम हो गया और कितना बैलेंस बचा है. सो दिस आर द 3 थिंग्स. वन इज द अमाउंट, कितना का लोअर डिडक्शन सर्टिफिकेट था, अभी तक के कितना कंज्यूम हो चुका है, और ये ट्रांजेक्शन में कितना कंज्यूम हुआ और कितना बैलेंस बचा है, ताकि उसके बेसिस पे प्रोसेसिंग होगी. तो ये आपका फेचिंग हो गया. फैचिंग होने के बाद में आपको सिंपल एरर प्रोसेस रन करना है, जो भी एरर्स रहेंगे आपको दिख जाएंगे एंड यू कैन क्रिएट द एफयू. सो दिस इज एआई टूल दैट इज बीन इंटीग्रेटेड विद ऑल द थिंग्स. सो दिस टाइप का सॉफ्टवेयर जैसे क्लियर टैक्स देता है, ये इस टाइप के सॉफ्टवेयर, टैक्स सीपीसी देता है, काफी सारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो इस टाइप के इंटीग्रेटेड सॉफ्टवेयर देते हैं. सो व्हाट आई सजेस्ट यू जस्ट एक्सप्लोर ऑल दिस सॉफ्टवेयर टू अंडरस्टैंड what type the AI they have integrated, what type the technologies they have used, and what type of the additional thing you are thought. आपने अगर आपको लगता है कि ये थॉट से ऐसे चीज की जा सकती है, पक्का की जा सकती है टेक्निकली, तो आपको सिर्फ एक थॉट प्रोसेस बनाना पड़ेगा कि क्लियर टैक्स, टैक्स सीपीसी, देन many of the softwares are there. You just explore all these software, what type of the technical integrations they have done, just understand the things. Many of the API portals you have to investigate. So all these portal, if you just investigate how the APIs can be integrated in the ERP, how the automation can be done, how we can हैंडल द जो बड़े बड़े जिनका बिग डेटा रहता है, हम लोग उनको कैसे सफाइस कर सकते हैं, हैंडल कर सकते हैं. तो उस सब चीजों के ऊपर एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग लाएंगे, तो आपका एक टेक्निकल इंटीग्रेशन के साथ साथ जो आपका क्वालिटी ऑफ सर्विस है दैट हैज बीन इम्प्रूव. बिकॉज अगर आप करंट सिनेरियो में जाएंगे, so every client want the automation. They don't want any type of the manual interference. If you go on the top listed companies, आप कोई भी listed companies ले लिए, they want the automation. Automation के form में they want there should be no manual intervention. Whatever raw data has been extracted will be on a click imported in the application, and on a click they are able to prepare the returns. So this is the future that on that we have to work. So it is ever growing technology and हमेशा change हो रही है, नवी नवी चीजें आते जा रही है. Income tax department is coming with lot of amendments. So all these things if we understand, we can shape the software in a much more user friendly manner and very well equipped with a lot of AIs. So this is the basic thing that I can just 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm just sharing my PPT also so that I can conclude the things if anything is pending. So I already covered. So this is the basic workflow. चालान पेमेंट करिए, आरपीयू जाइए, एफयू बनाइए, लोड करिए ई फाइलिंग पोर्टल पे, डाउनलोड एक्नॉलेजमेंट. राइट. सो दिस इज द बेसिक टीडीएस टीसीएस वर्कफ्लो. रिटर्न फाइलिंग, गैदर टैन पैन चालान डिटेल्स, आप किसको पेमेंट कर रहे हैं, टीडीएस के रेट्स, डिडक्ट की इन्फो. So these are essential steps that you need to have for the purpose of filing of TDS return. Then downloading the TDS certificate. So these the downloads में जाइए आप, आरपीयू और काफी सारे कमर्शियल टूल्स, प्रिपरेशन ऑफ टीडीएस रिटर्न, सॉरी. सो प्रिपरेशन ऑफ टीडीएस रिटर्न्स के लिए काफी सारे कमर्शियल टूल्स अवेलेबल है. यू कैन एक्सप्लोर ऑल दीज यूटिलिटीज. And RPU, FU, if you want to go for the free utilities of the income tax department, you can definitely go with the RPU and FU. We are suggesting if line item is less than 500, you just go with the RPU and FU. It will good to go. Then this is the information we have already showcased you at the time of the information. Deductor, deductee की information, payment information, TDS detail and file format. TXT file बनेगा. After that TXT file, run TXT file through FU, get FU output file. अगर कुछ FU file के अंदर errors आते हैं, you can flag that errors and you can rectify again, create for the FU file. How you can upload? Visit the e-filing portal, log in with TAN and upload the FU file. This is the upload. So this is the acknowledgement. We strongly suggest the saving of the acknowledgement is primarily very important, because without acknowledgement received, you cannot go for the correction. So this is the basic criteria. So it is very important to save the acknowledgement very carefully. Then this is a check TDS return status. I already showcase you. Traces पे जाके आप status check करिए, return processing status check करिए. कुछ defaults है तो वो देखिए कैसे rectify करना है. You can explore. Then this is the download form 1616A process. I already briefed you. And it is very important for the timely issuance of the form 1616A. आपका जब भी रिटर्न फाइलिंग का पीरियोडिसिटी खत्म होता है, आफ्टर दैट 15 days is the maximum time period that has been given by the income tax department for download of the form 1616A. It is not mandatory to distribute the form 1616A before 15, but it is mandatory because that date is captured by the income tax department. So after the end of the due date of the filing of return, within next 15 days, you have to apply for the form 1616A online. Tracer services I already told you. Login dashboard and check return status. Then this is the AI tools I already told, showcase you only, OCR, RPA. So this analytics tool you can explore. This is the invoice workflow, how you can validate the invoice through API, and all the schemas and all the things can be can be prepared through this AI invoice workflow. So this time also income tax department come with the many of the amendments. I hope it is already covered in the last session. So this is all. I think some questions are there on the chat board. So I will just first of all see for that thing. The screen is frozen. Okay. Questions are, sir, is protein and traces are the same? No. I am writing the answer here. No. Protein.
Himanshu
Yeah,
ji,
yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
what I'll do is read out the questions for you, and you can actually answer it because you'll.
Okay, okay. Some questions actually here they have put it some questions. So I am just trying to upon one on one later that it will be good.
Yeah, yeah. So is protein and traces the same? That is the first question.
Yeah. So protein and traces are not same. Protein is facilitating the written preparation utility that has been provided. So protein is only for that purpose. And if you want to apply for the PAN number, if you want to apply for the TAN number, and if you want to prepare the TDS return, right? RPU utility and FU utility has been provided by the protein. And if you want to upload the TDS return, protein has facilitated the TIN facilitation centers through which you can upload the TDS returns. So these are facilities that has been applicable by the that has been provided by the protein. For the traces, traces basically is the processing center. Whatever return has been uploaded by the deductor on income tax portal or on protein, that return has been processed by the traces portal. Traces portal is managed by income tax department, is managed by the Infosys, and it has been operated and managed by Infosys and income tax department, right? And Traces portal will facilitate the Form 16 distribution, processing of the TDS return, lower deduction certificate management. So after filing activity has been fully managed by the Traces portal. And before filing activity, you can say PAN apply, filing of TDS returns. So that activity has been managed by the protein. So both the portals are different.
Understood. Understood. Second question is how can ERP systems like SAP, Oracle be integrated with TDS TCS compliance modules?
Right. So I have showcased you some of the APIs like PAN verification. So under the TDS return, there are the 4 or 5 things which is very mandatorily important. First thing is the PAN verification. Why PAN verification is important? If PAN number is wrong, then TDS needs to be deducted on the higher rate. So in the ERP, Oracle or the SAP, you can integrate the APIs. There are the various organizations in the India which is providing the PAN verification API apart from the protein. Protein is also providing the API for the PAN verification. Apart from that, there are the various organizations. I am naming some of them. One is Perfios, Scienzy, RPA ID5, they are the various organizations. You just explore. They are providing the PAN verification API. That API you can integrate in the SAP or Oracle very easily. Second API that has been needed is the PAN Aadhaar linking API. So that API also you can integrate very easily, and that has been provided by the many of the API providers. Lower deduction certificate validation API. So these are the 3 APIs. Apart from that, you can integrate if you are taking the scan copy of the PAN card, you can implement the PAN OCR. If you are taking the invoice scan copy, then you can implement the invoice API workflow also. So on the basis of that thing, you can integrate all the APIs in the SAP and the Oracle.
Understood. Understood. One follow-up question that comes again on APIs, which is like what APIs or tools are available for automating TDS challan generation, that is Form 281 and payment.
Right. So specifically, if I'm saying you, there are the many of the APIs that has been available in the market for the preparation and the generation of 281 challan. So that has been available by many of the organization. Apart from that, we are suggesting not to use the third-party API for the income tax challan payment or TDS challan payment. Why? Because these APIs is already been provided by the banks only. So if we are using the bank's API, then it is very advisable because you can easily integrate that API and the success rate is 100%. So suppose I'm taking the example of my organization, we are using the API of the Kotak Bank. Kotak Bank has given the functionality. If suppose you have the 10 challans or 20 challans or 500 challans, you can just prepare one Excel, upload that Excel, and all the challans will be created in a one shot. So you are not supposed to prepare the challan one by one. So all the basic types of challan payment API is mainly provided by the banking industry. Apart from that, API providers is also providing that API, but I'm strongly suggesting use the API of the banks only, because here the payment is involved. That is my suggestion. So your voice is not audible.
Uh, yeah, sorry. There is one more question, which is like asking you about explain more about offline correction.
राइट. सो ऑफलाइन करेक्शन आपको अभी जो मैंने आरपीयू जो वर्जन बताया था, रिटर्न प्रिपरेशन यूटिलिटी, यू हैव टू जस्ट ओपन दैट यूटिलिटी, जस्ट गो ऑन द करेक्शन टैब, upload the console file. So the basic condition is that you have to download the console file from the traces. What is the console file? Whatever original return that you have filed, on that original return only you are supposed to do the correction as per the income tax department. You cannot say that I am preparing the TDS return in my format and accept and file that correction return. You cannot file like that. You have to apply the console file. Console file means the original file that you have filed for the particular quarter. You have to go on the traces portal, apply for the console file for whatever quarter or whatever year you want to file the correction return, download the console file, open that file in the RPU. It will be very easy. Just click on the correction, browse the file, open the console file. The file will get open. Whatever corrections you want to do, pan correction, amount change, section change. These are the basic three types of corrections normally the persons are doing. So do that correction and prepare the correction return there only and upload the return. If you are using the third party tools, then the process is much more easier.
Understood. Next question is, how can AI or RPA be used to detect TDS compliance gaps?
Right. So what you can do, suppose I just showcase you one API where you can put the PAN number and put the section. Because normally क्या होता है, जैसे कोई accountant बैठा है जो एंट्री कर रहा है, they are not much more well aware about the TDS provisions कि 194C के अंदर पैन आधार लिंक नहीं रहेगा तो क्या TDS का रेट है, what is the rate. Many of the time new amendments are coming, so there are the API TDS validation APIs that has been coming in the market. Many of the players are selling that API. What you can do, take the demo of that API, see that API how it is working. There you have to only put the PAN number. So what ERP is giving the input, the PAN number and the section, right? If these two inputs has been given by the API, then the API will give you the reward at what rate the TDS needs to be deducted. So one thing is that for the purpose of the TDS rate validation, you can use that API. Second, what thing you can do, you can map the GL. So this is the activity that we are doing for the many of the large corporates. What they are doing, these are the GL heads. For that, you have to make the customized API. These are the GL heads or the accounting codes. And if the accounting has been done under this particular GL head, then the rate of the TDS and the section will be this. If accounting is done with the particular GL head, so that type of the API can be very well easily prepared. If you have such type of the requirement from any of the client, you can suggest that for the GL mapping, we can do the API creation, what rate the TDS needs to be deducted, lower deduction API you can integrate. So these type of the APIs you can integrate very easily.
Correct, correct. There are two more questions now. Sir, since CSI file doesn't need mobile number of same person, doesn't it act as a lack of security? Like if I know your TAN, I'll be able to access your CSI file.
Right. So first of all, it is very good question, but the answer is that the CSI file is the encrypted file, right? If you just go on the download CSI file, if you download that CSI file, no data is visible. Only the 10 number is visible, right? So no one can tamper the data, no one can see the data, right? And it is जैसे कीड़े मकोड़े नहीं दिखते हैं वैसा उसके अंदर डेटा दिखता है. Only the 10 number is visible, so no one can read that data. And you can very well download the CSV file of anyone and you can check the data. अब जैसे कोई एक हैक और सिंपल सा हैक बताता हूँ. जैसे आपको पैन आधार वैलिडेशन चेक करना है तो आपके लिए बहुत ये एक मेहनत वाला काम हो गया कि आप ट्रेसेस पोर्टल पे जाओगे या रिपोर्ट इनसाइड पोर्टल पे जाओगे, पैन नंबर डालोगे और चेक करोगे. तो इसके भी छोटे छोटे हैक है. आपका हैक क्या है, आप इनकम टैक्स पोर्टल पे जाइए, वहां पे आएगा नो आधार लिंक स्टेटस, राइट? वहां पे आप पैन नंबर आपका डालिए, आधार नंबर किसी का भी डाल दीजिए आप और क्लिक कर दीजिए, तो आपको बताएगा कि ये पैन नंबर किसी और आधार से लिंक्ड है. दैट मीन्स दैट पैन एंड आधार इज लिंक्ड, राइट? So these are the small hacks that you can use to avoid the time delays. You cannot go on to the income tax portal, traces portal every time. You can, because login करना very difficult है and you cannot distribute your login to anyone, right? So corporates के अंदर में ये छोटे छोटे hacks है that you can use. Go on to the income tax portal, put the PAN number, एनी आधार नंबर, आपको खुद का आधार नंबर डाल दिया, किसी और का पैन नंबर है, तो वो आपको बताएगा कि पैन आधार लिंक किसी और आधार नंबर से। तो फ्रॉम दैट यू कैन एनालाइज द पैन आधार इज लिंक्ड और नॉट। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट वेरियस ऑफ द एपीआईज और है काफी सारे एप्स भी अवेलेबल है फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट, यू कैन एक्सप्लोर दैट ऐप एंड यू कैन डू द पैन आधार लिंकिंग वेरिफिकेशन ऑन लाइव लेवल।
Interesting, interesting. You gave a good clue of how to do it. So yeah,
Right.
one more question here. What is your view on the use of apps like Genius for TDS written filing?
सो काफी सारे एप्स मार्केट के अंदर अवेलेबल है। राइट नाउ यू आर ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स, सो व्हाट आई एम सजेस्टिंग यू, एक्सप्लोर एज मेनी applications you are using. So in the market there are a lot of applications that are prevailing in the market. So before going into the live environment, I am suggesting use all the applications, explore all the things and make your own application, because आगे फ्यूचर एआई है, आप लोग अभी स्टूडेंट्स है, आप लोग काफी सारी चीजें यू कैन एक्सप्लोर द थिंग्स, मस्ट एक्सप्लोर ऑल द एप्लीकेशन। और काफी सारे एपीआईज, ओसीआर, बहुत सारे टूल्स अवेलेबल है। तो आप क्या कर सकते हो, ये एपीआई टूल समझो, ओसीआर के अलग ऐप से वो समझो, सारी चीजों को इंटीग्रेट करके एक नया एप्लीकेशन आप बनाएंगे ना, तो यू विल बी मच मोर कॉन्फिडेंट एंड आप बहुत अच्छा कंप्लायंस कर सकते हैं। मार्केट में वैसे बहुत सारे टूल्स अवेलेबल है, आई एम स्ट्रिक्टली सजेस्टिंग Genius is good application. You can explore the clear TDS. You can explore our application TaxCPC also. If you want heavy inputs also, we are definitely able to hear and we can take that suggestion very positively. So all these application you use, जितने application use कर सकते हैं use करिए, तो you will know the difference. Because if someone is saying that ये application अच्छा है, तो आप दूसरा application use करिए, तो आपको मालूम पड़ेगा सही में अच्छा है कि नहीं अच्छा है। तो it's up to you. Use the application as many. Demo सभी लोग देते हैं applications का free of cost. आप डेमो लीजिए, एप्लीकेशन समझिए, तो यू विल नो मच मोर इन द गुड मैनर।
Right. So I think we are done with the questions. There were two more queries which were like not related to the session, but these were asked in the way that whether the sessions are recorded, whether they'll be available on YouTube or not. So I just wish to convey this that we had been doing the recordings. We'll be posting it on the WRC website, and we'll be sharing it with students through various modes like WhatsApp and other modes as well. So this is from our side. I now call upon Yojan Nahar, the Vikasa committee member, to please come forward and offer a formal vote of thanks to the speaker. Over to you, Yojan.
Thank you so much, sir. So, hi, friends. A very good evening to everyone. Well, indeed, I would say this session has been, in its truest sense, absolutely enriching and insightful for all of us. On behalf of the entire organizing committee, it is my absolute honor to deliver the vote of thanks for today's exceptional event. First and foremost, I extend our deepest gratitude to the visionary leaders of WIRC. Thank you to CA Ketan Sayya sir, Chairman of WIRC, for your constant encouragement and for championing initiatives that empower the next generation of chartered accountants. A heartfelt thank you to CA Piyush Chandak sir, Vice Chairman of WIRC, whose unwavering support has been instrumental in making today's program a success. We are equally grateful to CA Jinal Savla ma'am, Secretary of WIRC, and CA Fenil Shah sir, the Treasurer of WIRC, for their invaluable contributions to the student fraternity. A special thank you to all the WIRC Regional Council members for being the guiding force behind such meaningful student-centric events. We are also immensely thankful to CA Jitendra Saglani sir, the Chairman of Vikasa, for his consistent support, vision, and dedication towards student development. Your leadership truly makes a difference. Now to the star speaker of today's session, CA Himanshu Chodia. A heartfelt thank you to you, sir, for your brilliant and deeply informative session on TDSTCS procedures and its integration with tech. Your ability to simplify complex tax concepts and present them to us is truly commendable. We are grateful for the practical insights you shared and the valuable knowledge we now carry forward. A huge shout out to all the coordinators and team members who work tirelessly behind the scenes to make this event seamless. And of course, to our wonderful audience, thank you for your enthusiasm, attention, and active participation. Events like these become more meaningful because of your involvement. Let us now move forward enriched by today's learnings. In the continuity of this Gyan Yagna series, we have a seminar on 14th of May on TDS and TCS compliance, defaults, and an extension of traces navigation. Do join us for the seminar. Thank you once again and wishing you the very best on your journey ahead. Thank you so much.
थैंक यू।
Thank you.
Thank you, Jiten bhai. Thank you, Ketan bhai.
Yes, Himanshu bhai, special thanks to you. इतना
Yeah.
valuable